Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. That's right, RimWorld is back and running, guys, as I do have my computer back from the Apple Store after being repaired. Got a whole new hard drive in this thing, which does mean that actually my save is gone. It actually really sucks because my time machine, it actually crashed the last time I was trying to boot it up. So all of my data has basically been lost, even though I had a time machine backup. But you know, these kinds of things happen, and it might be exciting to start up a new run once again in RimWorld. So let's go ahead and go with Cassandra Classic, as we always do. Could go for Randy Random, but it's been a while since I've played RimWorld, obviously, since I haven't even had my computer for a couple of days. So I think it might be a good idea to kind of work our way into things. I want this guy! John's the alcoholic, but he's pretty bad. Basically, I want him for that shooting passion, but despite starting at level 9, which is really, really good, he doesn't have a very strong passion for it, so seeing as he's got so many, things that he's incapable of, this guy's pretty garbage. So let's go ahead and randomize someone for him. Actually, first we should decide if we do want to keep this herbalist. Can't do research or crafting. Shooting is a frickin' 1 with no passion, so that's gonna take ages. But that growing is very important, and can't do construction. So I think it might be ideal to have a grower on our squad, even if you can't do research, or it will be horrible at shooting for ages. I mean, with no passion being level 1, it's literally going to take, it's gonna take 20 videos to even get to level 5 or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes, but, you know. Ooh, we're not gonna take someone who's incapable of being violent with only 3 squad mates at the beginning. I think that would be very foolish. This might be a good person to take. Well-rounded, not very good at shooting, though. But it is obviously good to have someone who's capable of all tasks. Great. Actually, I think if I am gonna take this person, this herbalist, we're probably gonna get rid of this dude right here, Jacobson. So let's get rid of him. Mining 10, shooting 5 with a passion. This seems like a pretty damn good one as well. And another miner shooting. Let's try to get someone who... We're gonna want someone who's gonna focus on being the researcher, but I want someone who... I want someone who has a passion for firing, for weapons, who will also do research, and here we go! This will be perfect. Can't do growing or mining, but that's not necessary, because this is gonna be a research person, and probably the construction worker as well. At least, our first off one, and a passion for shooting. We don't have anyone who's incredibly good with a gun, but a 5 and a 6 this early... It's actually pretty okay, I think. So let's go ahead and jump into this world, see what it has for us. While we're loading in here, I will say, I wanted to thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I still have 2 more episodes of Mari 0 that need to go up, so of course those will be going up, to finish off that series and all that jazz. But I just want to thank you all for being incredibly patient with me and understanding in regards to, this problem that I have had to deal with. Sucks that this has happened twice in like 3 months. Kind of unbelievable, to me at least, to be completely honest. But you know, these things happen, and I'm just happy to be up and running with recording and all that jazz once again. Let us see, so we've got a lot of resources chilling on this map so far. That's gonna make me a very, very happy man. A couple more sand in the middle there. More metal, as we always need. Is there anything... Ooh! If we wanted things to look really pretty, well, not really pretty, I suppose. We could go ahead and make this a room, though. That would be nice. I do like how we're starting up towards a mountainside, and there is a geothermal generator slot right over here. So I think that's actually probably how we're going to get started. We're probably going to get started by, walling off that as soon as we can, and making the entrance to our base, probably somewhere around here? I don't know. Eventually, we'll work our way over here and get us some access into this whole zone, because that would be awesome to utilize. There's also another steam geyser that we can work with later. Can we just select all of that? Oh hell yeah! You know what I should do from now on? I should probably just do this Yeah, because that just selects all the resources, X them all, and then select them all. Do it the quick way. I'm sure that will miss some stuff if I do that from now on, but like I said, it's faster. Alright, so who are our mans with the plans / people with the guns? Okay, lots of people are mad at us, but that's to be expected. We've got 3 pirate bands and 1 tribe. That's actually kind of scary. Nice in some regards, though, because that's like going back to classic RimWorld, only having to deal with pirates and not, like, hordes of tribes people coming at us. But seeing as there is still 1 tribe, we're almost certainly going to get a couple of those. Let's go ahead and, pull all of our zone stuff up again, so we could go ahead and ixnay those for the time being. And let's work with the gun stuff first. Check everyone's characters. I don't remember who's who. I think oh, that is a perfect name for the person who's gonna be our main shooting expert for the time being. Yeah, Thunder was the guy who's the highest level. Okay, that is really badass and makes me absolutely thrilled. Like, every time we have him attack, we should have him go like thunder, thunder, thunder. Even though he doesn't have a sword, he's got a frickin' Lee Enfield. But I don't know, you could hold a Lee Enfield like a sword, I suppose, before yelling out your battle cry. Apparently, I forgot where the frickin' geothermal generator is located in the inventory. So let's go ahead and get started with setting that room up. As always, I'm going to put like 2 blocks of space in between all of that stuff. Go about up there, and there she blows, and we could add some simple doors as well. For the time being, let's not put one on this side though, because like I mentioned, I want to wall this area off. Let's actually look at the metal supply that we have. We've got a big load of metal over there. That isn't quite as nice as I would hope, but obviously this, having our base here allows us to utilize the big mining load that they start you off with immediately. We've got this cool one right there that we should be able to utilize, and then there's a hell of a lot right here, even a little bit right there as well. So I think we have a lot to look forward to in regards to, our ability to mine things and all that jazz. So obviously we need to get that hydroponics table set up ASAP, which means we're gonna put our kitchen into this room. Need to just, or I guess what accounts for our kitchens. Actually, it wouldn't really be a kitchen now, would it? Mainly because of the fact, where's the door? Okay, I put the door right there, so probably means we'll put the hydroponics table a little bit higher up instead, like right there should do. I mean, this isn't a hydroponics table. Nutrient paste dispenser. What was I just talking about? I can't believe I completely blanked. It was something that, I was finding interesting in my own head, but I don't know, I might as well be dead, because apparently I can't keep track of my own thoughts. Do not... Okay, good. I don't know why, but I was worried that Mem right here was actually gonna lock himself into this little area right here. Need to... Let's double check. That guy's definitely a dude, and this is a female. Okay. I always kind of feel like I need to double check with the names in this game, just because sometimes they really do surprise me. Like, I'm like, oh... Oh my god, Thunder, you absolute moron! That's the very thing that I told Mem not to do, and then you go ahead and say, hey, I'm the idiot in the group, guys! Speaking of which, let's actually cancel that blueprint entirely now that I think about it, because we won't be able to get that silver. And I think we could function off of just 1 hopper for the time being. We could also, I'm pretty sure we could theoretically put hoppers like that, and they would still work perfectly fine. But I like having hoppers in the back, so we're just gonna leave that be the way it is until we could get that silver connected. No. I was going to say we'll go ahead and put down the power cables. Actually, do the power conduits explode in the rain? I actually don't think they do. So let's actually go ahead and put that down right now. That means once that geothermal generator is finished being built, obviously our nutrient paste dispenser will start getting power, and that'll be a hunky-dory, perfectly fine and happy thing for us. So let's see. Nice to know that we actually have a really nice area to build a garden, like, right here. I think we can put plants, like, in this entire area, so that's probably also going to be where we'll put down that distress beacon eventually. I think one thing that I do want us to work on, like, try to get done faster than we did previously, is that I would really, really like for us to start communicating with, other bases more, mainly because of the whole addition to factions in the game right now. Totally forgot to set this all up, so let's go ahead and do that now. Actually, in fact, besides adding... we only need one hunter, and we could make it Thunder, since he's the best shot anyways. Although... Why? What? That's interesting. I wonder why hunting skill is different than shooting skill, because I thought they were connected, and we know that Thunder is the best shot in the group, so I wonder why Mem is, the one... who... Oh, because it's shooting and melee. Mem must have the greatest combination of the two? Like, where's... Yeah, okay, I see. That is interesting. I had no idea about that. Maybe we will make Mem the hunter then, because... I don't know, might as well if it fits Mem's character. But let's add construction, all that jazz there. Cooking can go to... you, since you're going to be the researcher anyways. I don't think any of these people are particularly good at cooking. Yeah, they're all level 3s. We only need one doctor. We only need one warden. Ooh, that's one thing that we could have used with someone who has a really good social skill, but that's fine. I think Rennie? I think that's Renee. I actually don't know if I know anyone named Renee. So I don't even know if I know how to spell Renee, to be completely honest. Only one person to research, and now we can make these a little bit more specific now that that's done. Doctoring needs to be added into the game, seriously. Or I know that doctoring kind of is, because I did see the doctoring effect. And maybe I've just never used it with the medkits, and doctoring is actually maybe a huge thing in the game now, and I'm just being a complete idiot right now. But I'm pretty sure it still isn't, to be completely honest. Obviously those will all be 1s. Let's actually make... Ooh, this is really gonna contradict the research later. So actually, that's the cool thing about Thunder right now. Once Thunder is done with, getting all the research done, we're already gonna have someone who's only gonna prioritize construction and repair. And that's absolutely glorious. Obviously, that's, pretty much one of my favorite things in this game. These should be 2s, actually. No one's gonna straight up work on those for the time being, and repair can probably be 3s as well. Crafting and art can be a 3, hauling can be a 2 for Thunder, and 3 for the rest. And actually, we'll leave these as 4s. I was gonna say we can make hauling 2s and make the rest 3s, but, you know, I think that actually works out fine the way it is. So let's see. I think it's probably a good idea for us to start walling off this whole area or zone or set of rooms, whatever you would like to call them. That means we could start putting in some batteries, so we could start actually gaining power and all that jazz as our base continues to grow into the mighty mass that it shall be eventually. And then also we get to put some beds inside, which is always another very important thing. Keep our people happy as a clam in that regards. Do we actually want to wall this off right now? That might be a good idea. So let's go ahead. There isn't going to be too much of a point to this for the time being, but I think it probably would be a smart thing just to put those walls right there. That means if enemies do come, like, from this corner of the map, they won't be able to, like, immediately backdoor us, you know? They'll have to go around this little mountainside, but maybe chill down here, have a little picnic inside this cute little home that's been left here for generations or whatever. But in all honesty, they're probably not going to do that. We haven't seen many enemies with picnic baskets coming by. all be how unfortunate and depressing, in all honesty, that is. Like, these people should come by and have a little bit of a snack from time to time. I think we could actually put a dining table right there later, and that would probably look really nice. But obviously, for the time being, I think it would be much more important to put down a bed. Probably a sleeping pod makes more sense, actually, now that I think about it. Because it's going to be a temporary bed no matter what. Might as well make it a free bed, you know? Rather than one that we'll have to pay for, only to have it moved later on. And we need to put some lamps in. What the hell am I doing, not putting down lamps? So I'll put down lamps in all of them there corners, my good sir. And yeah, that actually should be pretty damn good for those 2 rooms. Oh, look at the battery power grow. Look at it flourish. Like, I don't know, the sanity of our people or something like that. I've got a nice little herd of muffaloes nearby, too. What we need to do, what we really... They need to... Tiny needs to get on to adding, like, animal farming into this game. That would be awesome. If you could herd some muffalo. I don't know the biology of muffalo. It might be in the codex, but I don't know if these guys can produce milk, which then we could use to make cheese or something like that. I think that would be really cool. Seeing as they are a species that clearly can reproduce, I'm sure they make some sort of milk, if you know what I mean, but... obviously, we don't want that milk. What do we want to do now? Research table, duh. We want to get onto the research table pronto so we could get our hydroponics table going. And you know what? I think that probably, like, right about here could be a good research room. I don't know, if we put the research room right here, then I think right below having the communications room would look really, really nice. Especially if we put the research table, like, right here against the wall. In fact, we could probably do that right now. It'll be a little bit clustered, but if we get that put down right now, then we could actually get started on the research immediately as, the rest of the squad mates go ahead and start mining out this wall. So the room will actually look like a room and not this weird abomination of a research location. Like, imagine this. Wouldn't this actually be kind of cool if you're a scientist living on this RimWorld of a planet and you're like, all right, men, or like, all right, buddies, I'm going to do research on how to build a hydroponics table so we could survive. Allow me to walk through this weird crevice of, like, a mountainside and get to my research table hidden in, like, a mini bat cave over here or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading into things too much, but I feel like that would be kind of badass, to be completely honest. Lawyer's Dust is here. Ooh, is that... yeah, that guy's got a Lee Enfield. That, honestly, that kind of makes me want to capture these dudes. Be like, hey, you know that Lee Enfield you got there? Oh, it's mine now. Sorry, buddy, but, it sucks to suck, I suppose. But obviously we're not going to do that. Everyone hates us except for them, so might as well keep the best relations that we can as they just barge right into our house. That's the thing I don't understand. Why doesn't our relationship increase with these guys when we clearly... If we're not being rude to them, we're at least being, like, very accommodating to them, letting them just barge right into our homes, you know? Like, if I was in this situation, surviving on a planet that we just crash landed on, and we're trying to rebuild, like, civilization and actually survive, rather than dying out here alone, I wouldn't really appreciate people coming in and just walking into our home. Like, we should get at least, like, 1 faction point up for every time just being like, you know what, guys? They were pretty polite. Like, who cares if they've been fighting all these raiders on the side? Maybe they actually are evil or something like that, but regardless of whether or not, whatever they might do or have done in the past, they were pretty polite. Like, that's how I feel like that kind of thing should play out, but I don't know. Apparently they don't feel that way. Apparently they feel like they could just use and abuse us in whatever the way they want, but This poor little squirrel has fallen into Deathland. No growing zone, no defenses, need a research. Oh, shoot, yeah, we need a research project. Thank you very much, game. Now that that's set up, and hydroponics tables are obviously crucial, I think, since those are all 3s, we might make that make hauling 3 as well for Thunder there. Basically, I just want to make sure as much as I can that he starts doing that research. Awesome sauce. Now we need to plan where we want to set up the hydroponics table as well. Probably right in here. I think that would be a good idea. That'll allow us to start working our way into the mountainside, which is always a positive for me, as you guys know. And then also on top of that, it's right next to the nutrient paste dispenser, so that'll work pretty well. We really do probably actually need to set up our communications setup, like with the orbital beacon and all that jazz. Let's see where we can build like a big growing zone. Okay, I thought so. So if the growing zone covers that whole expanse, that means that area is going to be a big old no because of the sand in the middle. And let's, for once, actually get a really cool looking pretty garden slash orbital trade beacon room set up. We're not going to use this for a while because I think hydroponics stuff is more important to focus on initially rather than getting trade set up and all that jazz. Let's go ahead and delete this bottom zone right there. But that at least gives us a good idea of how that is all going to be set up. And we are currently growing... Ooh, I wish you could actually select to grow nothing in that area. That probably means that I'm actually going to delete it all, because we don't want people getting distracted by growing stuff in that area. Just planning out the area that it will cover will have to suffice for the time being, I suppose. But yeah, I think we need to set that up so we can also have a place to start hauling our silver, because I really would like to get the second hopper set up right there, so we have 2 of them and we don't need to worry about that. So let's go ahead and, at least for the time being, we can create a very small stockpile zone, which will obviously grow and stuff like that as time goes on. So foods, we can put no meals in there since we cannot cook those, only raw food, and we won't use any meat or potatoes or berries since you cannot sell those either. Manufactured can be a big no. Raw resources is also a no, correct? Oh, no. Duh. Raw resources is the one that we got be iffy on. Silver is one of the ones we wanted to put in there, but we won't put any metal. Stone blocks, yes to uranium, and then all weapons can go in there for the time being. Awesome! They already moved that, the exact one that I wanted to be moved, so it's like the game was hearing my cries. It's like, oh, person who is playing me right now, I shall indeed grant your wish. Ah, nice. Get to name the city right here. Really quickly, though, before we get to that, I am so happy that we found a metal supply, or a mineral supply in there. That's frickin' awesome, and it's a really big one, too. What do we want to name this planet? Let's name it... I don't know... how about... Schlong... Whoops. Apparently I don't know how to spell Schlong. Schlong Kingdom. This is the Schlong Kingdom right here. And we shall be known as the Schlong Kings. Schlong Kings and Queens, I suppose, because we do have one queen amongst us, and soon we shall have many, many more as our colony grows, almighty. Let's see. Oh, shoot! I actually didn't know this is something that was implemented in the game. I didn't know that there's a fresh, like, dead body, and I suppose that actually deteriorates with time? Hydroponics is finished. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get the nutrient resynthesis for the time being. I wonder if that actually damages the quality of the meat as time goes on as well. Oh, shoot, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. Where did these guys come from? Like, did they just crash land? I should have read the message. Oh my god, I hate it when I make mistakes like this so much. Mem, you need to fight, obviously. I think Mem was actually one of the best fighters, though, so we might actually be able to deal with this person rather successfully. Especially since he's only got 40 health, and he is an assassin! Awesome! That is so good. That should mean, of course, that he's probably not going to be that useful to us, in regards to, like, the growth of our base, because he probably has a lot of things that he's incapable of, as many assassins do, especially in regards to, like, the manual labor and all that jazz. But getting an assassin this early, that is pretty damn awesome, to say the least. I cannot wait to put this guy to good use in future fights and all that jazz. In fact, once we put him in the bed and he starts recovering, we'll go ahead and check his stats immediately. Just because I feel like I need to mention this right now, I don't know why I'm apparently god-awful at noticing the when enemies arrive and when they actually start to attack. They bring the red letters right here with the sound effects, so I really should know, but I don't know, I'm kind of an idiot in that regard, apparently. Let's go ahead and start setting up those hydroponics tables now that we actually have enough. And there is going to be enough room. Not enough room on this side, but that just means that this room could be a little bit awkward. That'll be okay if we have the wall, like, placed right there. Instead, or we could just make this a really, really long hydroponics table, but I mean hydroponics room, but usually I kind of like to side away from that kind of plan. So let's see, Mr. Pacer the Assassin, what are your characteristics? Oh god. Yeah, he's one of those assassins that can do basically nothing, only capable of shooting and stuff like that. But he's a 13 with a passion for it right now. Pretty damn close to level 14 as well, so once he's up and running on our squad, we'll obviously have to give him the Lee Enfield, and then he's going to be quite a powerhouse. Obviously a force not to be reckoned with by the, or that wouldn't want to be reckoned with by our enemies. So, yeah, I have a lot of faith that we should be able to handle things pretty well. Hey, lawyers, desert dudes. Can you leave? Like, I hate how you guys always come by. Where it's like, hey, how's it going, dudes? Having a good time over here? Yeah, we're just here to intrude, but don't mind us. I mean, we have weapons, so theoretically we could just start trying to kill you at any point, and you allow us to walk right into your house, so we could just walk in and then shoot Thunder while he's sleeping, but don't worry, you just have to trust that we won't do that. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not programmed to do something like that, but they just worry me. I really don't like the idea that these people can just come by and walk into our base. There should be an option that's like lock doors, you know? Like everyone has a key and they lock the doors or something. But I guess that's partially the difference between the regular doors and, of course, the nutrient resynthesis is finished. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do yeah, we'll do the picks next, then probably gun turret cooling. But yeah, I presume that's like one of the main gameplay differences between like the power doors and the simple doors, but you know, a lock is something that does not require power, so you would think our people would be capable of it. Oh crap, we got a dry thunderstorm. That's actually pretty damn scary, obviously, because if any thunder strikes near our base, it will be quite a hassle to force us to have to deal with that, obviously. Probably means that we should start adding down our home regions. Let's cover that area. Those two slots should be pretty good for the time being. And if we're worried about our food and all that jazz, we do have a lot that is still scattered around. Oh man, we actually have a hell of a lot that's still scattered around the map. I think it comes in smaller amounts. No, that one has 52 right there. This one has 57. I thought they would all be like 19s and 26s and stuff like that, but they're actually kind of mixed rather nicely. So yeah, I'm actually not as concerned about getting our hydroponics room set up, but I think obviously we should keep on working on that immediately. So let's go ahead and set that wall up right there. If we have another table going right there, then how big do we want this room to be? That's always the question. I believe that we do, the usual standard that we do is 2 tables on one side, then 3 on the other. Yeah, that'll work out fine. And that means, like, the next one will go right there. Or we could just have 4, but you know what? Yeah, let's just do 4. Maybe we'll make the room longer than they usually are. But I don't know. This is the room. This is how we're building it. Let's go ahead and build the door right about there. I don't know how I always seem to forget where things are placed. Oh yes, and we're gonna have one of those awesome doors. I believe I've mentioned this in the past, but I always love the idea. You see it all the time in classic cartoons, and sometimes in, like, video games I've seen occasionally. Like, I think it just happened in the most recent episode I recorded of Off. But when there's a door that just leads to a wall, for me, that's classic humor right there. I had one, and I've mentioned this in the past, maybe even in this series, but I had one in my room growing up. I think I still do. Like, I have a closet in my room that literally goes to a wall that's just a wall. It actually used to go to a separate room, but then we, like, expanded the house in a way that made no sense for that door to be there and made more sense for a wall to be there. So on the other side of the door is now a wall, which is frickin' amazing. Just one of the many, many reasons that I love my room. Hey guys from oh my god, that guy's name is Dark Eye? What a badass. I mean, he was wearing a pinkish purple shirt, which kind of took away the badass factor a little bit, but you know, when it comes down to it, actually, the manliest of all men wear pink shirts. So Homer Simpson did it, and Homer Simpson is obviously the world's greatest badass, so yeah, it's just the way things are. Alright, gun turret cooling comes up next. I don't think we especially if we are oh crap, I forgot to set up recruiting pacer. That's my bad. We haven't even... Well, actually, I think his mood has been going up. Oh no, his mood is going up right now, but it's pretty damn low. That's unfortunate. We might have already missed the chance to recruit him, which obviously sucks, but isn't much we're going to be able to do about that. Let's make this area the place where we're going to have our dumping zones. Of course, we still can't put it right here. Oh. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Were you always able to put dumping zones on the side of the map? I don't know. Like I said, it's been a hell of a long time since I've played this, but I feel like I remember that we weren't able to put... I know we weren't able to build on the outskirts of the map anymore, but I thought that we weren't able to put dumping zones on the outskirt either. I'm really happy that we apparently can, but interesting. No corpses will go into there, but debris 100% can, as we always do. We'll have that set up right there, so that'll be a pretty good place to haul a bunch of stuff. As always, it's at the edge of the map, which is something that I really like for dumping zones. And then on top of that, it's not close enough that should impede our mining of these minerals once we get to them. And of course, it's relatively close to our base as well, so do we want to start hauling out the stuff that is inside? That might be a good idea, to be completely honest. I just trying to think if we should prioritize other things for the time being first. Would be nice to set this up so it's its own room, or so that's the person's own room. And maybe that is one thing that we'll set up in the time being. Door goes right there. Wall goes right there, and next door goes right there as well. There we go. So we'll get that going. That means we could put down the bed in there as well. Actually, yeah, let's put the bed down right now. That way we could have a nice comfy little bed that this man can be sleeping in. And we won't get rid of one of the beds until that thing's actually built, though. And all that jazz. And yeah, that means we'll only have one person sleeping outside, which will be pretty good for the time being. Even we could also, if we wanted to, go ahead and finish off. We could also put the bed in the hydroponics room, which actually, let's go ahead and do that. I think that's probably a good idea. That means we could sell one of those two things for the time being. And all that jazz. Oh my god. This is kind of dark. Doesn't this debris buildup kind of look like the top left half of a swastika? Like, that's a random number generator. You're taking a little bit of racist. What is the term you would use there? I don't know why I'm completely blanking about that. I don't know, you're taking kind of a dark turn, to say the least, today, random number generator. I don't know what to say about that. Alright, we got some raiders coming in. Looks like it's only one dude, though, but he's pretty damn badass looking. Like, he looks like a big, hulking mass of a man. Like, look at that, especially with that coat he's got on him. And the hair? I don't know. Jen right here is... This is a female? I thought for sure that was a man. Even when I read Jen, I was thinking, this guy's got a girly girl name. But apparently it's a woman. Level 3 at shooting. Man, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a damn easy fight once it, actually gets started. Who knows, we might actually get a chance to recruit 2 people. God damn it, solar flare, I hate these things so much. Not the end of the world, though. Just an irritation. Obviously, that means our garden is going to start growing a lot slower. And actually, holy cow, we're at 36 minutes right now. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.